Hey guys, Cainebourne back with Conan Exiles. Today I have something super cool to share with you, a sneak peek at the new dungeon known as the Dregs, which is an underground dungeon located in the same place where long ago I showed there was sort of an exploit where you could fall through the world and swim around and come out anywhere in the world, and I hypothesized because it appeared to be a spiral staircase that there was probably an upcoming dungeon. Well, looks like I was right. There is a dungeon in place here. So today I'm just going to give you just the fringes, just a sneak peek. We'll take everything under the microscope. I'll go through all of the loot, all of the, like a complete walkthrough of the dungeon, what type of loot there is, what kind of items you can make, and how to craft them once the patch is released, because of course there could be some alterations and changes. So for now, I just want to show you what is available currently. So you will notice on my character right now that he is wearing a new set of armor. This is called the Reptilian armor. It is one of my favorite armor sets that I've seen in the game so far. It is kind of cool. You've got the kind of teeth of the reptiles there, and then their reptilian skin all around, so that is very cool. Bunch of new items came in this patch. There's a new glowing stick which is used in lieu of a torch and apparently can be used to create illumination underwater, which is very, very cool. There is the abysmal sword, which is looted from, I believe, the boss so far, but I'm gonna have to do a little bit more investigation here. But some materials in here, these abysmal materials that you can use to craft some of these things. So kind of a cool looking sword. It's a little bit reminiscent of the ancient Khopesh, but more of like a long sword type. We have the abysmal dagger right here for your offhand, which looks very cool. And then there are abysmal bolts and arrows to power your bows. I do notice these are not done, but if you guys have ever killed the undead dragon, as I have in one of my earlier videos, you'll remember that you get dragon horns and other undead dragon materials. Well, looks like there's finally going to be something to do with those. There appears to be a spear, a maul, a helmet, a sword, arrows, a bow, a shield, and even a trophy that you can hang from your house, which is going to be very cool. Alright, so as far as where this is located, if you remember the Newbie River on the southernmost part of the map, right after the spawn-in zone, you come to an NPC village. As you come up the stairs and walk through here, you will be invited to a little cutscene, if you will, or scenario of ghosts, showing you a hint as to how you might be able to get inside this new dungeon. It appears that he commits a human sacrifice, and after doing so, walks underneath. So it appears that we need a human to sacrifice. Alright, so here's our sacrifice. So with that blood being spilled, the secret entrance to the new dungeon is revealed. Now again, I'm not going to go too in-depth on this one. This is just a quick sneak peek. I've showed you the items and I've showed you how to enter the dungeon. We're just going to take a quick glance, and I want to point something out to you guys that's really important. Very cool ambient sounds, by the way. Very creepy. Alright, so now we're loaded into the dungeon. We've got our glow stick. The incredibly shiny lights are a little bit of a buggy light effect that's coming off of the ghosts that are kind of telling you what to do here. So some very quick tips as you first enter. You can read this plaque. It's going to teach you a couple of new recipes. When you go in to learn recipe, you're going to see that this has taught you the right now it's called the to-do sewer dungeon entrance, so obviously that means that placeholder for dungeon recipes. But you get the recipe for the glowing stick and the breathing potion, and then glowing essence, which I'm assuming glowing essence is going to be created and then used to make the breathing potion and glowing sticks, because this dungeon appears to be all about traveling underwater. So that should just about do it. I'm going to give you a little bit of sneak peek as I walk through here and probably get murdered by some of the new enemies like these Komodos. But just so you can see here, there is obviously a lot of water sections that you can swim down into. And there are a lot of different chests. They have this glowing goop, which I'm assuming is going to be used in crafting a lot of this stuff. And this is going to be very maze-like with all the different water traversal and stuff. So very nice, kind of cool change of pace from the normal gameplay that we've been seeing in Conan thus far. Very excited to have the first dungeon. This is one of the new enemies. It's a Komodo. They're actually pretty tough. I got slaughtered by these a few times. This one's being a little bit weird and not attacking. Let's take a look at what kind of loot we get from him. Bone, reptile hide, exotic flesh. So that's nice to know. That's where you're going to get your hide for some of this stuff. Again, lots of cool underwater traversal areas. And looking to be something very, very exciting and cool to play through. So I cannot wait to give you guys a full walkthrough and review of the dregs here. But this has been a sneak peek. Please stay tuned, guys, for the full breakdown. And I hope you're just as excited for this new dungeon as I am, because it looks like it is going to be very, very cool. So thank you guys for joining me. I will come back with a much more detailed look. I will offer an entire walkthrough if you guys want that. Of course, I would assume you want some of the adventure for yourself, but I will tell you why it's worth coming here, what type of EXP you're going to get in here, what type of loot, what type of crafting materials, how to make everything. I will give you a full rundown. Thank you so much for joining me on the sneak peek of the new dungeon. I am super excited. I hope you guys are too.